What's up with it? What's up with it, man? We here for episode 38, bro. 38 episodes, man. We getting up there. I appreciate everybody who been watching, man. We here with my cousin Robbie. He is a chef. He does the plates, like everything you be seeing everybody do, you know, like they out whipping up plates and selling shit. So anybody who do plates, I automatically interview them because I'm gonna get some free food, for one. And for two, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the whole behind the scene plate people, we gotta show more love to them. I really feel like we wait till somebody popping and everybody talking about their food to be like, oh, let me go get some of that shit because you just want to try it because other people eat it now. Same like with clothes and shit, you know, like I feel like it's a lot of people that's underground chefs that make quality fucking food and they not, you won't know about them unless people share that shit and then get out there and shit, you feel me? For real. So you could tell them like where you from, how old are you, and then you could follow up with the first question being like, what actually led you into cooking?
Okay. Well, like I said, Robbie. I was born in Oakland, born and raised in Sobrani Park. Well, I was born there. My mama got me up out of here when I was about 7.
Okay.
We moved to Merced when I was 7.
Okay.
And that's where I grew up, basically. Went to Bristol, finished my elementary and junior high and high school there and everything. I didn't move back here till it's been 6 years now. I moved back to Oakland. But I don't give a damn where I go in life. This is home. I don't give a shit. This is where I was. I spent half of my time here anyway. When we did go back there, we was always coming back and forth anyway. So, cooking, I think culturally speaking, cooking is in all of black people's background. That's how we express love. That's how we show grief. That's how we express gratitude. Somebody graduate, we gonna go eat. Somebody get married, celebration. We gonna go eat. Somebody die, we gonna go eat. So, you know, that's just how we show love, culturally speaking. So that's always been in my background. I didn't even know I had a real passion for it until maybe 8 years ago. I got started late in the game as far as, you know, professional in the kitchen. That's why I always had a passion for cooking. I didn't know I had a passion for being in the kitchen until about 8 years ago. I always liked to eat. I don't know a person. I like to eat. For sure. And like see what food. I said, I'm giving for the food. Right, but I didn't know I had a passion for cooking or being in the kitchen until about 8 years ago. It was at a low point. I was really, I was unemployed. I was like, damn, I was going to school. I thought I was going to get my restaurant by getting my business degree. I was going to junior college. I was going to take business courses. I thought I was going to get my business degree, get a small business loan, open up a restaurant, hire me a chef. That's the route I was taking because it didn't even cross my brain to go through the kitchen route. And I was up one night late as fuck, about 2 o'clock in the morning, stressed out, watching Jerry Springer. And a commercial for the Institute of Technology in Modesto came across. And it was talking about they had the 6-month program where you can just go get your certificate, and then they had a year-long program where you can get your actual associate's degree in culinary arts. Okay. I was like, that's a thing? Yeah, I didn't know you could get a degree in fucking cooking. I had no idea. So I called them people. The next morning, like, that's so what do I have to do? What do I have to do? And from there, it just went on from there. I went to school. Part of the program is you have to do an externship. So I interned at a steakhouse in Merced. They ended up hiring me there, keeping me there for I worked there on staff for about 6 months. And then I finally just moved back to Oakland. Like, I'm going to get more opportunity here. It's just, bigger city, I'm right outside San Francisco. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to move back to Oakland. And this way, I had some family in Merced, but I had a bigger family and friend base out here. And like I said, it's just more opportunity.
Real shit.
It's just more opportunity. So I moved out here. I started working at Chipotle. That was cool because it gave me more the business side of what I was learning in school. Like, it wasn't, of course, it's Chipotle. It ain't no fancy ingredients. It ain't no, nothing like that. But I was managing. So I got the business experience, to control, running people, that kind of stuff. I was doing orders and inventory and stuff like that. Stuff I didn't really focus on in school. I got to do there. And then once I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what this do. I left Chipotle in September, and ever since then, I've been focusing on doing my pop-ups once a month.
And when you do your pop-ups, like, you actually going out, or you just popping up like out front of your crib and shit?
Right now, I'm just popping up out of my own kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm researching, looking in. I know a couple like you said, we mentioned Chef Smelly. He does, he rents a kitchen out of an already established spot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to grow my customer base right now. Right now, this is getting ready to be my 6th pop up out of my own kitchen. And so building up building up my customer base right now, so that when I do try and branch out into something like that, then I can feel like, okay, I at least have a core people that'll support me. You know what I mean? I ain't out here just scrounging for customers or something like that.
But I mean, I feel like it works both ways. I feel like too.
Yeah.
I feel like you could start doing something like that, and you start getting new clientele just from people that just happen to be walking through and they try your food. They're like, oh, this shit's hella good. You know?
Of course.
So, with cooking, what is your favorite dish to cook?
Favorite dish? That's a hard one. Anything seafood. I love seafood. I could literally eat that every day.
Fried seafood or like seared?
It don't matter. I love fried oysters, fried shrimp. It don't matter. It don't matter.
I respect.
I bust down some crab in a heartbeat. I don't. It don't even have to be. Most people say that for special occasions and shit. It don't even have to be. If I'm in the grocery store and it's looking good that day, I'm gonna get it. But so any seafood, really, I feel like that might be my seafood and soul food. I love when you put that love into it.
So where'd the wings come from then?
The wings came out of convenience. I was thinking to myself, I need a menu that's I want to, be in line on trend, but I also want to stay in my own lane, want to do my own thing at the same time. So I was like, if I do wings, that's on trend, but if I do my own sauces that nobody has done, then that's what's keeping me in my lane.
Yeah.
So that's what brought about the wings. Yeah, can't nobody take my sauces.
Buy that, market that as just your sauce.
Just my sauces. And then and that even sparked an idea in my brain, like that I probably could do that, because I had a bunch of fun in my kitchen experimenting, like, okay, how can I make this glazy so it can stick to the wing? What flavors? That's a lot of fun for me, just being in the kitchen, experimenting, playing with shit. Because not even just the food cooking, but the science behind the food. Why does this happen when you put heat to this particular food item? Why? You know what I mean? Just that whole thing. Spice?
It's a spicy wing, or are you doing all different types of flavors?
All different times. Like when I did the wings, I did root beer rings, a root beer glazed wing. I just took root beer and boiled it down until it got syrupy and glazy. Put some garlic and shit in there, and then just fried the wings and tossed it in that glazed sauce.
And it didn't taste like burnt soda?
And it didn't. No. If you do it slow, do it kind of slow. I put some brown sugar in there to help with the consistency of it. Yeah. And you know what I mean? You just experiment.
That's what comes with being a chef, though, bro. Just doing shit like that. That's some shit a nigga not gonna just try on his regular down. Let me pour some soda in here, cook this shit down, let it caramelize, and put it on.
And anytime I'm playing around in the kitchen, I make sure I keep a little notebook next to the stove. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. It's because I'll write it down. That works. I'll write that down. Because sometimes I'll be in the kitchen and my mom asks me, what did you do? Hell, I don't know. I really don't know. People call, how did you make that? I really don't remember. So I started keeping a notebook just down so I can jot shit down. And that's how cookbooks are made too. So
what's the overall goal for you as a person, as a brand, chef, whatever? What's the overall goal?
For me, like I look up to people like, I look up to, of course, a lot of professional chefs like Gordon Ramsay and things like that. But I look up to people more like Guy Fieri, who is a professional chef.
That guy who be talking that shit.
He's a professional chef, but he's branded from home cooks. Like Diners Drive, like he's branded from hole in the walls and places that people don't go. And like fine dining is cool. That's great, but that's not everybody's kick. That ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to spend $50 on a plate with little bites on. You know what I mean? You spend $50, you want to get full for the most part. So that's my goal, is to have something like that. I want to brand myself as a home, like I said, a home cook with professional passion, and showing people that you don't, because a lot of people are literally scared to cook. They're scared to go in the kitchen. Like they have a fear. Like it's not a scary place. There's no wrong thing in cooking. It just depends on what outcome you was looking for.
If you burn.
Yeah, and even then, there's some part in the world somewhere where a burnt ass piece of chicken is a delicacy. I kid you not. Somewhere in the world, somebody is purposely burning some shit up because that's how they like it there.
Hey, for real. I actually worked with a guy who he was he would have all his food DoorDash to him. Lunch, dinner, everything. He could not cook shit.
And see, that ain't cool.
So
that ain't cool. You don't know what you eating. You putting all kind of whatever in your body. I like to have control over what I eat. Like when I go and buy butter, I buy unsalted butter. I like to put my salt in my food. I don't want you to give me no, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can't processed food. You can't really avoid it unless you're going fully organic and all that. But as much as control as you can have it.
And so how healthy do you get with as far as controlling it?
I try to be mindful of like rich ass sauces and all kind of cheeses and stuff. Like people want it, but they can't. That's what you know what I'm saying? Like coming out of the winter time, comfort food. People want comfort food. People want something that's gonna make them feel warm on the inside, hearty, something that's filling. So that's why I was doing chilies, and like I'm doing right now, the baked potato. I'm doing loaded baked potatoes right now. That's what we got
here.
Yep, that's the shrimp right there.
Woo, they love like giving me that shrimp.
You want stuff like that in the wintertime. Now, when it comes spring and summertime, I'll try to lighten it up with more seafood, salmon, and like maybe some brown rice, jasmine, stuff like that. I'll try to keep it still good.
Yeah, I get
but be more mindful. Now, I'm not like a nutritionist or nothing like that, but I do know, certain shit just ain't good for you.
Yeah, for real. And I feel like shit, just when we're going with the times and shit like that, it makes it easier for the people, because it's like, if you in the summertime making some chili, nobody gonna buy that shit.
Anybody buy that? Yeah, right.
So they want shit that actually goes with the times and shit. And then so let's get into pricing a little bit. So, do you try to keep it cheap, or are you one of those people that powder food on there and try to get them at the $40 plate?
I try to find myself somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Of course, I'm trying to make some money.
For sure, yeah. For sure.
But at the same time, I want you to feel like you're getting your money's worth. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to give you, like my very first pop-up, I had the worst anxiety. I did barbecue plates. I had plenty of meat, but I underestimated my sides.
Okay.
My greens, my potato salad, and I felt like I was skimping people.
Yeah.
All of my customers were very understanding and was great. They was cool. I didn't have no complaints, but in the back of my mind, I was like, you niggas know damn well.
You wanted some more greens.
If you had
wanted some more greens,
you know you did. So
get a little more greens.
That kind of thing. But I want people to feel like they're getting their bang for their buck. But like I said, at the same time, I am in it to make money. So I do try to keep it affordable and reasonable.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things that you have to pad into your pricing
because it
costs money to make it, to get it. Like my to-go containers, my bags that I give. There's little stuff like that you don't even think about, that you just kind of try to fold into your price. And it don't cost much, but it does cost. Like the last pop-up I did, I gave everybody a bottle of water. Because a case of 40 pack of water is $5. So that wasn't nothing. And then too, most places
but just think about how much you would have made if you would have added that $2. Damn, I made $40 off this $5 right here. Shit, fuck the food. I'm selling waters.
But that'll come later. I feel like once I build up a good established customer base, then once I do have to raise my prices, because when things get bigger, you have to, because your overhead is bigger. Right now, I'm just in my kitchen.
You're just trying to get people to fuck with it right now.
That's all I'm trying to do.
At the end of the day, and then once you grow, they'll understand like that you're charging more because you're not in your kitchen doing it no more.
Because my next step, I want a food truck. I really want a food truck. That's I feel like that's the best thing. Because it's mobile. I don't have to be nowhere. I could the food truck could eventually turn into an actual brick and mortar restaurant. I'm never getting rid of that truck. That truck could be used for catering, on-site events, all kinds of stuff like that.
You got to get the clientele for that restaurant.
But with that truck, I can be anywhere. You could call me, you in Southern California. Okay, well, I'll be there in 2 days. I'll be there day after tomorrow. No problem. You know what I mean? But if I have a restaurant, you got to come to me.
Yeah. And the food has to always stay to par. And then I feel like with a truck, you can avoid COVID.
For the most,
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's outside.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in my own bubble. It's me and maybe one other person in here.
Yeah,
you out there.
That's one thing that I would say, like with just opening up a storefront, a restaurant, or anything like that. I feel like once COVID is over, yes, we for surely should be 100 years before we have another one, or
anything like this.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I would say, like, for the people who had restaurants,
It's changed the way that they doing business. It's changed the whole industry.
And I will feel like even overall, like, this is a little bit off subject, but I will say I think some companies are gonna say, we're just gonna keep y'all working from home. We're not,
because I've actually read reports where they're saying that companies are saving money by doing that. You save money on your insurance because you don't have to have all these people in your building. They're at home, so if they hurt themselves at home,
that's on your motherfucking insurance you got.
So you mean they saving money? So yeah, it's change. It's gonna change the way we do business.
I think that with the restaurants, yeah, of course you want people to come back, but I think even with some restaurants, they may say, hey, fuck it, we may just stick with takeout. You know, because you're saving money on that end too. It's less overhead. You're not paying all these people.
You have to have all these people to be in here. You don't have waitresses. Now it is harder for the people who were servers and things like that. But I mean, at the same time,
and everybody don't like eating outside for the whole outside.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I don't dig that.
I did it one time and I didn't like the flies.
Unless I'm in that type of atmosphere. Like if I'm somewhere tropical, you know what I mean? If I'm on an island somewhere, okay, cool.
You want to eat outside, Jamaica,
and eat outside so I can fight the pelicans. And
that wasn't worth it. I went one time. I went to go eat, you know, and I was just like, yeah, this shit just not worth it. And you paying the same price. You eating that damn near just like a little fold out table and chairs.
And that's the only.
You know what I'm saying? You could at least take the price down a little bit. I would say we ain't inside. These ain't the normal environments. But getting back to you, what? So this is gonna be in the pop up.
This is the next pop up.
The next pop up.
Loaded potatoes. We did a plain potato with I'm doing them with my signature garlic butter and a white wine 3 cheese sauce.
You said, that's what I'm saying, because when I called you, said I was outside. You said something about a sauce.
I was finishing up my. I was mixing up my. It's like a nacho cheese sauce is what it's easier compared to. It's a little thinner because of the white wine.
Oh my God.
But
let me get him in this presentation. I'm telling you, you niggas don't start trying to do no interviews just so you can get your free food. You see it, boy? You see the motherfucking shrimps in there, the potatoes. Oh my God, we finna go in. Let's see what it do.
And got this, like I said, got the signature garlic butter.
So it's garlic butter.
Garlic butter, the white wine sauce, 3 cheese white wine sauce, and then the seasoned shrimp.
Y'all see that? Make sure y'all see it.
And you gotta put a little green onion on there. Okay. And that extra shredded cheese for that stringiness effect you see there.
For sure, for sure. Make sure I blow on it though. Burn my mouth on camera. Fuck around. Episode over. That's him. The shrimps is seared up perfect. That sauce, garlicky. The potato is cooked all the motherfucking way.
All the way through.
You feel me?
And then when I bake them in the oven, but I always put a little water up in the bottom of my pan so that they steam. Yeah. So that it has the mashed potato texture.
It really gets soft for you. And shit.
You know, regular baked potatoes sometimes get stiff in the middle. It'll be soft, but it's kind of stiff. I want you to be able to mash that shit up and get
or the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
Well, see that cheese, boy.
See?
That cheesy right there. Yeah,
That's
this is
pleasure. That's the best part.
Only thing I didn't realize is it got I don't know why y'all chefs, explain to me this. Why do you chefs love
to keep the tail on
there? What is this? I just let it go in. You feel me?
Presentation, they look better.
You look for the picture.
Number one, presentation look better. You know it's a shrimp when you see that tail. Because most people eat with their eyes before they ever eat with their mouth. If you look at it, you're going to say, oh shit. Come on now. When you see shit on Instagram, wherever you look, you're like, oh, that shit look good. That's what you eat with your eyes before you ever eat with your mouth. And then 2, it helps actually keep them a little bit moister. It helps keep the stuff in. You know, shrimp cooking.
Once you take that tail out, they get a little bit smaller.
It kind of a little bit small, yeah. And but mainly it's just presentation. It just look good.
For the picture, I ain't gonna lie. One time I was with my chick, we was eating, and she had a salad come with some shrimp on it, and I took one of the shrimp. She's like, man, that was funny.
That was you can't fuck up the feng shui. It looked right. They played it right. The tail be fanned out and shit. You gotta wait a minute.
Yeah, that's him. And so, how much these potatoes going for?
I'm gonna do a plain potato. You can get a plain potato with just the garlic butter and the cheese sauce, no meat, $10.
Okay.
You can get one with chicken for $12, one with steak for $15, one with shrimp for $20, and you can do a combination of any 2 meats for $25.
Okay. He gonna load it up for you.
Oh yeah, they're
gonna
be
load it up
they're
for
gonna
you.
be loaded.
Yeah, this is him. I can't lie.
They're gonna be loaded.
My mom made it, man. I'm getting free food. I ain't getting free weed yet, but that's coming.
Well, it's gonna come. Just get
but
there.
we starting with the food. This the second one. I'm telling you. Episode over,
like,
nigga. We eating now.
Let's get a little branding thing going on. It's coming. It's coming.
For real, bro. But now I would say, and it's like because it's so cheesy, like the cheese. You know how sometimes you do a potato and you microwave your cheese and it kind of like get hard.
It gets stiff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all.
That's another reason
there.
for the sauce too, because the sauce, like if I had just done the melted cheese, it'd be cool. I mean the shredded cheese, it'd be cool for when you first do it. But if you don't finish it, and you want to reheat it, that cheese ain't gonna melt the same because it's already melted. But with adding that cheese sauce to it, that'll give it some room to remelt again.
It kind of gives it that sour cream feel, but it's not sour cream. It's sour cheese.
Cream.
Yeah, you know.
And then the 3 cheeses I used in the sauce was cheddar, mozzarella, and Munster cheese.
He got exquisite with it.
I just gotta get a little. Everything I do gotta have a little bit of. Just
got
a
a
little bit of
with
exquisiteness to it. Like what the fuck is that?
I don't even know what that shit is, but it tastes delicious.
Munster, yeah. Some
but
shit I
this
just
is-
like to say it too.
This
so.
is him. See, I like doing. This is the main reason why I like doing this show. Food is obviously good, but when you find hella different people that cook different, I noticed that a lot of you chefs incorporate these type of shrimps. I mean, look
Them
at
tiger prawns.
Look at these motherfuckers
Them
right
tiger
here.
prawns.
This is him. You can't go wrong with that. That boy shrimp.
Them 2 biters. You can't.
yeah. When you put the whole thing, it's like you gotta really chew on that motherfucker. You know, for real, this motherfucker go crazy. So, you delivering the food to them, or are they coming to you?
I do have, for the most part, I have pickup orders. I'm looking into. I do deliver to some of my clients who I know can't get to me. I do deliver to some. Right. I have a few people that's right here, not too far. My barber, he always get delivered because that's my barber. He get. Listen.
Make sure.
My barber
My
get
haircut
delivered.
free, right?
Damn near, he give me discounts, and when I be short, like, hey, I just don't have it right now. Come sit down. It's good. So
I got a
cool.
plate for you though.
So it's cool. Like I do deliver to certain, but I want to get to the point where I can deliver more. Because I actually have a cousin who's been doing this for a while, and she's actually been putting me up on some game on how to license myself, but like on just how to just specifically
that's
in
probably a
cooking.
different license. Be able to deliver the food. Not only you probably have to have 2, like one to cook it and then one to properly store it, deliver it, transport it.
Because I mean, you can do anything under the table, but I want to at least have the attempt of looking legitimate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now.
Yeah. So I'll take one fine.
That's it. And shut my whole down, shut everything down. So
no more dreams.
So I just want to take it for right now. For right now, it's pickup, and that's when I promote it. I tell people, you know, when you order, then I'll let you know the address and all the and the time and all that stuff, because it is still my house, you know.
For sure. And we in the hood. We don't keep it 100. You got already made your order for you know you coming in the hood.
You coming. I do most of the time have a couple orders, you know, extra for people that I know.
Like I'm at the stove, man.
Like,
I ain't passing the stove. Come meet me up here.
I do have a couple orders
like
for the most part, but for the most part, I try to get it as pre-ordered as possible, because, like I said, I'm in my home kitchen, so my space is limited on storage. My oven is, you know, standard oven, so it's like I try to keep it as pre-ordered as possible, and I try to plan my menu so that I don't have to store too much in advance. I don't have to have too much area to set up and stuff like that. I try to keep my menu simple enough to where I can do it by myself. And still be able to, if I have 3 or 4 orders to deliver, I can go deliver them and not.
And this thing worked, cause shit, it kept. We was talking for a
and that's the containers. At first, I was just using them basic styrofoam containers. I mean, which are cool for certain things. But like for something like this, I was like, you go ahead and spend the extra money to get a real container. Because like I said, if the person can't finish that, then they want to be able to lock that up and put that back. And then hell, when it's gone, you can wash that, use that. That's
whatever. That's the extra fee I'm charging you for. You got some Tupperware. That's the $250 on top of it, man. You got some Tupperware for your lunch work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, those little fees like that you kind of try to pad into your price, but not too much, because you don't want people to be like, well, goddamn.
Yeah. That's why I feel like even when you like what's going up on the price for different type of meats and stuff like that, you gotta understand it's a potato. He gonna pound the meat on there. He gonna pound the cheese on there and shit like that. So anything you paying more for that,
right?
You paying for the extra
protein, that extra,
you know.
Because I'm not finna give you no cheap steak now. I'm finna my intention is to either do sliced ribeye or sliced sirloin. That's my intention.
Yeah, real deal shit.
Some real meat, yeah.
So,
and you can see you can see the shrimp ain't little. We ain't using salad shrimp around here.
That shit, that had to be like $10 a pound or something.
Yeah, them was
$7.99 a pound.
16 to 20 pound to make a pound. Yeah, them
it was ones. Him. You see, I finished it all. I made this my last interview for the day on purpose. You know, I'm gonna go ahead. This was him. I'm gonna make sure I shout this motherfucker out 2 times. Like, go get this motherfucking potato, man. I wanted the wings.
Saturday,
I ain't gonna lie, this was him.
And that's coming because you know what? Since I did that, so many people have requested it. So it's coming back. Wait, the springtime, like I said, spring, summer again. That when I did that one, I teamed up with my cousin Mickey.
Okay.
I used her kitchen. Her kitchen is a little bigger. Her deep fryer, my deep fryer, we was in there.
I always thought y'all was brother and sister.
we say that because that's how we was raised. You know, black people.
Yeah.
We was raised like that. That was my first little cousin, my first little sister.
Get into it in because we almost at our 30 minutes. Could you tell people your any other social medias that you want to follow besides the ones I'm gonna tag you in, or all of your social medias, and any way they could like contact you for when it comes time for them to actually want to like purchase an order and shit, you know?
So where we at? We on Facebook. We on Instagram. Facebook is Robbie D Davis. Instagram is Robbie_D_11500. You can reach me there, DM, leave me a comment. You can once you get on the page, my telephone number and email and everything is on there as well. Okay. My next pop up is January 23rd, Saturday, January 23rd. So get those.
And that's when he's doing the potato.
That's the loaded potato. Like I said, you get a plain potatoes, chicken potatoes, steak potatoes. I've got some pre-orders already, so don't miss out.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, cuz. I appreciate the food, man. And then I also motherfucking want to say, man, congratulations just on like being a black entrepreneur, man. It's for surely living in this environment, it's always an option to go a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just having the mindset to be able to say, no, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna hang outside and do that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is a testament to your mindset, you feel me, and your willpower and shit, because he's selling plates, he ain't selling dope.
I ain't selling dope. Somebody
shit,
told me the other day, you know what, if the pandemic didn't bring out the hustle in you, it probably ain't.
Oh yeah,
no
doubt.
Because you know what, I looked at the state of affairs around this country, and it was like, you gotta go do it.
For real.
It's not.
I started this when the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it was just mainly just on like having something
productive to do.
You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do parties and shit like that in the beginning. But it's one of those things also where I know like, hey, it's gonna eventually start making a nigga dough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna make a nigga enough money in the long run that it's not gonna cost me money to do a lot of the shit I want to do. Like, the overall goal for my shit, I'm gonna talk about for the last 2 minutes, is I really gonna I want to take this and be able to just overall brand everything overall. Like, my clothes will be able to sell more, the shows will be able to do more, the music will get more views, all that shit. You know, like, if you, I feel like it's easier to go viral as a podcast even than it is as a rapper.
Oh yeah.
You know, I feel like people are more into sitting there and watching people sit there and talk and chop it up and shit like that than they are to watching you shoot guns or have a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's different fan bases for every different thing like that.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? I feel like with starting this, bro, I feel like it opens up the door to have somebody around that's strictly just promoting the smaller companies. You know what I'm saying? Because the people I'm promoting is even a step under the mom and pops. You know what I'm saying? It's the real startups, the people that's doing it out their houses, out their trunks, and all that shit.
And that's what you gotta do.
Like,
that's what you gotta do. Listen, two of the people who I respect the most in any game, period. That's what 40 and Short, too short. That's how they started. They started in the trunk of their cars.
Yeah.
And 40 got an empire of every damn thing.
Wow.
So listen, you can't tell me it ain't possible, but you got to be willing to invest in yourself. Like
That's
you say,
real.
you got to be able to start something. You got to start somewhere. You got to invest in yourself.
That's real. That's real. So that's it for this episode, man. Appreciate you, cuz. Make sure y'all pop out and get some of his food. And if y'all not able to come to that one, just go follow his channel or follow his page. So next time you got it, man, if y'all in Oakland, man, he got it going, man, make sure y'all grab a plate. We gotta support black business. If we don't, we gonna stay broke, and we ain't gonna never get as big as none of these other people. And you spending enough money at McDonald's, motherfucker.